Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer. Welcome back to Cities Skylines 2. This is episode 34. This is going to be the final episode of this series. I have this much time to try to get through any additional achievements that I can get through. That's all I'm letting myself. In the meantime, we have completed the primary task of becoming a megalopolis. All 20 milestones have been achieved in that department. We have 160 tiles available to us, but we have everything unlocked. What we need to do is, well, twofold. One, I have a personal goal of just trying to get to 200k. We're up to 176,000. We're going to need some more housing to try to push that towards that 200k mark, but it's possible. That, very minor. That's just a personal goal. As you can see, we've got planes leaving the area there, flying out. It's one of the directions, or are they coming to turn around? Ah, they're coming to land. Okay. Coming off, and then they're going to land this way. We did add a few new routes with our international airport. That did give us an achievement, and that's going to be one of the keys here, is what can we get an achievement for the rest of the way. So other than hitting 200k, what achievements do we have left? So looking at the achievements, key to the city. Unlock each building available in the base game. Now, technically, we should have just unlocked that when we reached that 20th milestone and unlocked the remainder of the buildings. However, I know for a fact that some of the buildings within the game have prerequisites. You build a depot of some sort, and then you have the subsequent buildings available. So you have to build depots first. A tram is one of those areas that might still be the case. As we go through, we'll have to look for that, and I bet you there's probably a couple prerequisite unlocks that'll get us through that. But we'll work on that key to the city here fairly soon. I think we're pretty close to it. Zero emission, I don't think it's going to happen unless we do it right at the end and demolish a bunch of stuff, because we have a city that produces electricity by only using renewable energy sources. Thought we had done that, but not necessarily, and that could have been the recycling plant. Incineration plant might have counted against that. I'm not going to bother trying to get that particular one. You Little Stalker is one we absolutely could get. The way to get it is going to be to speed the game up, because our citizen that we're following is still a child. We need a lot of time to pass if we're going to get that one done. I made this in Cartographer involve modding, so we're not going to get this. The last mile marker is reach milestone 20, which we've done. It counted up just fine to 17. We hit 18 and it stopped counting. 19, 20. You know what? We've done it. 20 milestones. We've done it. It is done. Check. Let's stop bothering with that. The game's got a few issues. This is not my happy place. Have at least 1,000 citizens and an average happiness rating of 25%. Everybody's too happy, and I do not want to destroy that. We've worked too hard to have a good city, not a bad city. I'm gonna let that one go. Top of the class. Probably can be achieved. Probably. Build a city where at least 15% of the population has a university level of education. There's gonna be two ways to make this one happen. One of those, and this has been suggested in the comments, drop the interest rate down, the tax rate. We cut it down, the university level of education, pay less in taxes, it's going to attract more people. Likewise, have a second university where we can educate more people to get to that level. So we're going to do both of those things. We're going to add in another university, and we're going to cut that tax rate down to try to recruit people. Here's another one, groundskeeper. Build 10 parks in a single city. It's not giving us credit for any of them. We've got hundreds of parks. Check. Squash your downer. Demolish, bulldoze 1,000 buildings. We're only at 20. We've got 980 to go. I'm not going to fight to make that one happen. We're going to let that one go. One of a couple. And then finally, one of everything. We need to unlock everything, but we need to build every service building in a single city. That's one that now that everything's unlocked, we need to make sure we go in and make that happen. The two big goals is the build everything, top of the class, so I guess 3. And then the little stalker. So let's start speeding time up so our child can grow, because Rusty Saunders, still a child, still in elementary school, born in April of 24, June of 25. What's the... Ooh, they moved. They moved into a new house. They no longer live in the suburbs on their own. They have moved. Is this closer to work? They were in Eugene. They've moved over to Woodland Park. Interesting. This is the... Yes? Yes. Anna Saunders, Corey Saunders, David Saunders, Rusty Saunders. Okay. Anna. So he's found a partner. Anna is the new addition to the family. Corey was the dad. David, sibling. Rusty, going home, poorly educated, still in elementary school. And that's the tricky thing here. Even the older brother, David. And maybe we should follow David as well. There's a tricky thing, right? Born a month earlier. How would you have someone born a month apart if it's from the same adult female, right? If they're a month apart, that's got to be a year span. I feel like each month has to be a year, which we've been through since the birth. I mean, we're talking about April. They've got to be turning into teenagers soon, right? But it's going to be a long time before they get elsewhere. All right, time is now speeding up. That task is now complete. Our traffic jam over here into this part seems to be cleared. It's not quite cleared into this area just yet, but it's okay. It's not bad overall. On to the other goals. Time is now sped up, and in the meantime, university. Let's see, what can we do about the university? Do we want it in the industrial area? No. You know what? South Hills. We've got the high school, we've got the elementary, we might as well put in the university as well into this area. Next to the Chirpers Stadium. Any upgrades available for that? No. Wonder if they actually put on some sort of football game there at some point. Yeah, see, university, right, capacity, eligible, we're on the edge between the two, but we only actually have 3,700 students. If we add another one, even though technically we're not over capacity, like I feel like that could and should help with this task. And we have University Library, Extension Wing, bring in more students, University Park behind the stadium. Excellent. Going back on the education. Okay, we are done with education. That's one area we can take off. This university already has 5 students enrolled. This is still backed up. Last time out, we were discovering our cargo harbor seems to have a pattern. Everybody goes the same route. Everybody picks the same route to get there. It gets too backed up, and eventually they choose another route, and look what's happening. We're starting to see a bunch of vehicles coming in this way, using an alternate route. But then everybody switches to the alternate route. And then everybody switches back to the first route, second route, third route. Like, they constantly rotate, and everybody seems to rotate between them. The incineration plant giving us a little bit of air pollution. Nothing too severe. Well, we'll leave that be. We want to get the population up to about 200,000, which means we do need to fill in a little more housing in this area. We have already done a bit of this, and we're speeding things up. So we'll fill in a couple more roads here with housing. We are going to need some higher density stuff if we're going to get all the way up to the mark we want to get to. So let's put in a little medium density here, and we want to put that, I think, along here. Fill in a couple more streets, just a little bit at a time. Traffic's not coming in all at once. We have a collision and a fire on the freeway here. There's our fire, this minivan. Ooh, and the garbage truck. Okay, firefighting helicopter has been dispatched. Alright, we do have some more touristy attractions that are out there and available to us. Let's try to throw in a couple more here along our vacant road out here. We want to get all of them. These could count as our unique buildings. I like the Ferris wheel along the waterfront concept. Let's maybe get it closer to the proper waterfront over here if we can. Not quite fitting it in there. So out here is fine. National Gallery of Art, Notre Dame, National Diet Building. Let's find a place for you. I'm gonna figure out where I want to put something along these lines. Oh, I think I know a place. Ta-da! There's nothing down here. The road has a slight curve. Just a hair too much for this location. Okay, but what if we do something like Notre Dame? There you go. And then there were two. National Gallery of Art is going to have the same problem. Needs a straight road. I've already put some stuff in this new area. Maybe this one can go down here as well in Westworld. If we can find a straight section along here, that will fit. It'll take out a couple buildings, but where's our road entrance? I think it's okay road entrance wise. Yes, it is. It'll work there. But it looks like it'll work. That is quite the entrance to the parking lot. Very steep at either end of it. But does work. And that's all of them. That's all of those. We've got at least all of those. We have at least all of those. Not sure we have all of these though. Maybe. Yes, we should. I've never put in the campfire site, so let's get a campfire site out here. Okay, I know we have a server farm, a telecom tower, a radio mast are all in. Post sorting facility post, that's all in. And there's the transportation needs, and I definitely think we're not done with that yet. Roads, I don't know if this is going to count as a need. I don't think you have to have every type of road. It says building. These aren't buildings. Here, underground parking though, that's, and the automated parking, is that going to count as buildings? It might. Let's go ahead and get something placed. You only get one, so I'm guessing that actually probably did count. Electricity. We're still importing. Like, we have more than enough production, but somewhere something's not properly connected to the network. We're not properly being serviced. I don't know how, why, or what. But something is not feeling adequately, dealt with. Now, we had a small coal power plant before, but I don't know if that's going to count for us anymore. The gas power plant, though. Can we exceed city limits? That's an easy fix. Might as well just get all of the tiles right there. $1 million, easy enough. Like we can't even spend money fast enough. Okay, emergency battery station.
That's classical. Yes, indeed.
Okay, we already got the coal power plant right there.
Classical music has been known
Geothermal. Okay, we already have solar. We don't have nuclear.
Our story this hour.
Boy, did I not just build something right there? Apparently it has to be over a specific location. We'll figure that one out soon enough.
Sweeping the city. People are being laid off. The industrial sector is on the verge of collapse.
Alright, that's both of those. Not quite done with power. We'll come back to power. Water, sewage, Now here's one of those. Do we need a water pumping station? Do we need a water tower? Are these counting as the buildings? Water tower, South Hills seems like a great place to put that. We have a wastewater treatment plant. We don't have a sewage outlet any longer. We had one, but we'll hold off on that for now. But the groundwater, water pump polluted. Why? Guess we'll get rid of that one. Okay, so crematorium, cemetery both exist. Medical clinic, hospital. Okay, that's all good. The recycling center, we have one. Incineration plant, landfill, we have all of those. The education's already done. We have a firehouse. We have fire watch towers. We have a fire station, I believe. I know we have a... Yes, we do. Firefighting, helicopter depot. I'm pretty sure we have a fire station, but let's just throw one in just in case. What is your deal? Disaster control? Okay, we already got the early disaster warning system. I placed these last time. Police station's done. Police headquarters is done. A prison is in. Administration buildings. We have no welfare office. Turbeck Space. International airport's in. A regular airport is in. For the water side, we have a harbor. We have a cargo harbor. We have seaways and routes. For the subway, we have subway yards. We have overground subway stations. We have underground. We have tracks, road. We have a bus depot. We have bus stations. We have a taxi depot. For the train, we have a rail yard. We have a train station. We have a cargo train terminal. Tram. See how it's locked? This is what I was talking about. I mentioned the tram specifically. Tram depot. 100K. Let's see. Where? Does not like the road connection, because the road connection is, of course, on the side. But, see how that just suddenly unlocked tram station, double tram stops, blah, blah, blah. There we go. Now that gives you a road connection. Alright, that is our tram now in play. And we've got everything else in for transportation now. Not finished filling in neighborhood-wise through this area. Have I done every type of... I don't know if I've done every type here. We've done oil, we've done ore, but I'm not sure we've done coal or stone. We've definitely done forestry. I've done textile, I believe. Is that going to count against us? Like, there's definitely some questions. Oh my, what happened here? Okay, we had our... Is these accidents still not cleared out? Or is this... It's a different accident. The other accident happened somewhere down about here, which has led to a big traffic jam behind it. We also have a huge traffic jam here for the same thing. Okay, it's the backup trying to get onto the freeway from the accident. That's one accident really backing things up, but it's the accident that's the cause. So here's where this one of everything is getting tricky. That's definitely starting to get tricky. Because I'm sitting here going through the list going, wait, we already have that. Wait, we already have that. We already have that. We already have that. What about this? It's already June. Rusty, David, still children. I'm not sure we're going to get through that one. 178K people.
That was truly superb.
It's growing, but not rapidly. Not sure we're going to get any more of these right now. Key to the city. Unlock each building available in the base game. Is it not all unlocked?
We're live,
Ooh, well, hold on. Hold on. Are these going to be counted?
Road maintenance.
Our special unique buildings, are these unlockable? Base game? Probably. We have the milestone, but we don't have the medium density row housing buildings. We need 3,000 more cells of them. So medium density row housing. That's probably what we need for that. So medium density row housing. Oh man, this is going to be bad for you guys. We're going to keep going until we have something. How are we doing on that one now? Did it add anything to the total? Or do we need to wait until those are built? Level 5 high density housing buildings. Yikes. The Watanabe Tower, that's going to be hard. Level 5 high density housing buildings. Century Castle, Colossal Tower. So the rest, everything we need is high density in housing. We need 25 high density business building. And same for those. Mining area. We only have 2. Okay, that is one of our things. Ground earth. Vehicle factory needs 7 more oil drilling areas. And in the office, oh, there's a lot here. Low density. We don't even have that many because the demand just has never been there. Same, low density, high density, and a lot of high density. Folks, I think that's our unlockables that are holding us up on that one. That would be a grand achievement. That's a hard one to get. Oh, wait. I know something we haven't built yet that could still maybe get us through. Maybe. Top of the class. We have not done with that one. Let's go ahead and deal with top of the class. Residential. Highly educated. Whoop. No. Let's just get you right down to 0, huh? And encourage you to be here. We did the university, did we? Yes. Okay, we did the university. We did not do the taxation. So the taxation's done. How's it looking? How's it looking? Population, education. We want highly educated university. It's the lowest. It's the lowest right now, but I bet you this is gonna take off. It certainly is trending up and has been for a while. We have 15,000. Less than 10% right now. Less than 10%, but not by much. Give it some time, especially with things sped up. We might still get there. And I bet you that's gonna go up a lot now. Having high-paying commercial jobs, though, could absolutely help with that. So, is the accident cleared now, finally? Yes. Looks like just cleared. So the accident just cleared. This traffic's just starting to move again. But that is quite the backup. I mean, it's way back here. Guessing it's backed up onto here now, too? Yes, it is. It's going to take a little bit to get moving again. High resource costs. Our garbage complaints are gone on this street. The high resource cost is a new issue we hadn't seen before. These buildings still have the garbage piling up, but we've eliminated the other set. I think the high resource cost has a little bit to do. You know, it's summer, it's June. It's pouring down rain and been pouring down rain this entire episode and last episode. I'd say you live where I live, but a lot of people say that Washington and Oregon, that the Great Northwest, is like this all the time. It's not. It's not. It sprinkles. It sprinkles a lot. Heavy rain, not so much. And we have plenty of dry months. Miami, for example, has like 3 times the rain we have. Or twice at least. I think it's 3 times though. Okay, well, we still have a chance on the power achievement here. Or the all buildings achievement. Industrial has just not been a thing for a long time. Let's go ahead and clear out a couple streets. Make ourselves some room. So what have you got for me? We put in... Well, we had a small coal power plant. That's the gas. That's the coal. We previously had a small one. Let's put in the small one again. Okay, we've got the gas. We've got the emergency. We've got the coal. Geothermal. I think this is the one that needs that blue pocket. Because it wouldn't let us... Yeah, it needs groundwater. Needs groundwater. So this is the one. Take out some more roads. Yeah, I like that idea. We'll just take out some more roads. You're gonna move over here. probably hook you up power-wise, right? Even though it's not even complaining. Because we're directly over top. Nice. Okay. Directly over the power that's running to this transformer. More road clearance. Boom, 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 boom. No industrial demand anyway, right? So might as well. There we go. That should clear us up enough. Geothermal. Electricity production. Okay, we got geothermal. We already have solar, nuclear, and hydroelectric. Electric's the one I'm worried about. Oh, yes, we can. There we go. One of everything. Build all unique. We did it. It does not take the signature buildings. You can see we have multiple power connections. Let's make them happen just for the sake of it. Smog is just unbearable. I agree. Look at all that nastiness that you made us build. Poor airport. You gotta fly away to get some fresh air. Let me guess, we're still importing. We have a ton of electricity, but we're importing. We do have a separate network, though, I think. So let's... Where's it at? Right out there. So we need to buy a few tiles. There we go. I don't think we're going to be taking on power anymore. I think we're going to be exporting here in just a moment. There it is. There's the shift. There's the shift to export and to battery charge. There was a disconnect somewhere in the city where it was two separate power networks. One had a ton, but no spare. The one that was connected externally wasn't exporting. Okay, that's resolved. Hydroelectric power plant. We have not placed one, but we've already finished the achievement. Unlock each building available in the base game, though. Key to the city has not. You little stalker, still an option we're looking at. Top of the class. We'll check in on that soon enough. But the one of everything is still only June. Still only 179k. I think those last couple of achievements we're looking at. Rusty, David, too young. It's happening too slowly. The population growing a little too slowly. I mean, we could throw in just straight rows of housing here and bring new people in, but that's going to take a while to hit that 200k. And then the unique, the unlock all, because everything else is already unlocked. It's these signature buildings that are still locked. This is where that achievement comes into play, pretty sure. Because nothing here is new buildings, it's all unlocked anyway. Everything here is unlocked, no secondary tabs. Everything here is unlocked, no secondary tabs. Unlocked, 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 no secondary tabs. Unlocked, unlocked. That's all unlocked. That's all unlocked. That's all unlocked. All unlocked, all placed.
Thank you,
Unlocked.
Professor.
It is a question of priority.
Unlocked. There's nothing building-wise in landscaping. Haven't done much landscaping. There's sidewalks. I was wondering where that was all this time. I don't see anything else to build, which means, unless there's a bug, which I doubt, it's going to come down to those unique buildings. And that's a lot of extra work. To get those. We could target those specifically, but I have a feeling just to get that one achievement, we're talking about 3 extra episodes, especially getting tier 5 structures. That takes some work. Finances are great. We have no loans. The taxation at 0%. We'll check in on that. That's the one I'm still holding out hope for right now. Even with all that grain production, it's still only 880 tons. Out of 8,800 necessary, and it's weird that we just can't get a positive. All that forestry we did, we still have a deficit of 2 to 1. Usage on our bus routes is good. We have 2, 3 that aren't getting used much. Milford, that's external connection. That's outside the city. Nobody's using the bus to get there. The cargo, the display is broken, but the cargo is working. Train lines. Well, that's bus anyway. There wouldn't be bus cargo. Train lines, we have one that's not getting used at all. The others do have some passengers. Train, but again, here you go. Train, ship, plane. The ship one shows up. The others do not, but it is working. 4 tram, 26 passengers. Hey, there you go. It's our tram line is being used. Look at that subway though. 2,400 people, 75% usage. It's nice to see. Ships, 1%. Planes. The new airline routes are 4, 5, and 6. 2, 1, and 1 passengers. Huge waste of money. It's not showing up at all. But even that's not accurate because we already know plane 2, 1, and 1 and what 20 and 30 on the others. That's not accurate. There's 6,000 people a month. And even our single tram line is moving 38 people a month right now. It's over 200,000 using public transportation, which is more than our population. But unless we suddenly have a massive uptick, which we're going to have to wait at least 1 month, we're going to have to go forward a little bit there to see if we're going to start to have an influx of highly educated. Again, we added the second university. That's more students, but it's going to take time for them to graduate. More importantly, there's the move-in factor. Are we attracting new ones? Well, they're going to have to come in rather rapidly if that's going to make any sort of difference for us. Likewise, people are going to have to come in a lot more rapidly than they are doing if we're going to hit 200K population. Right now, we're struggling just to hit that 180 mark, and we were at 175, 176, and we haven't pushed that far. So I don't think that's going to happen fast enough. At this point, it's looking like we might have hit the ceiling, but I'm going to push forward that little bit, mostly for the university population. I don't think the others are going to happen anytime soon. Time itself as a construct doesn't seem to be moving along. Even though I have the game sped up, it still seems to be flowing at the same pace it was before, or at least or that 2 times is going faster than 3 times, or it's just because the rain and the game's lagging and doesn't want to go faster than it's going. Could be the case. I have turned day-night cycle back on for the first time in many episodes, going out with that on and off, especially when we're not really constructing anything at the moment. We have topped 180K, still June, it's 9:30 in the evening, so we've got July coming up in a little bit, but it's just, time is not passing fast enough to make any serious difference for us. But in the meantime, 699 million has just ticked over to 700 million. We have a very healthy balance and continuing to climb. And we certainly have a growing population continuing to climb. And we have seen our highly educated increase, but as we've gone through this month of June, it seems to still be increasing. I mean, you could see a little bend to this curve, and it's only been in the month of June. I don't know what time of the day it was where I changed the tick box, but you can see it's still going at, relative, let's see if I can match this, relatively like the same upward arc, the same trajectory as what it was before. So with nothing different, I mean, here you could see a little more closely just looking at the 1 month from this morning to now. This is not drastically different. Now, over 5 years, yeah, we've definitely seen something rapid, and we saw something rapid here, and that was when we first installed, I think, our first university, our first college. But it's just not growing rapidly enough to make that kind of difference. I mean, 15K, sure, that's come and gone. 15.5K with 180,000. It's going to take many months to see that reach 180. To see that reach 18K, it's going to take 2 or 3 months. All right, let's say we wait around till August. Then what? That's 10%. Another 9,000 would get us to 15. But that's without the population changing. That's if we stayed right at 180K. That's not going to happen. It's going to take more than that. If, let's say we get to that 200k mark by time we can get around to getting to 15%. We're going to need 30,000, twice what we have right now. The time it's going to take us to add another 15k highly educated citizens, while also adding in another 20k overall for the city, and seeing that math even add up, it's going to take quite a few months. 4 months, 5 months, 6 months. That's outside of the range of the one episode. Doable? Yes. Achievable in the short term. Like, normally I'm going to record another half an hour or so. Edit that down into a few minutes. Half an hour is, like, in the last 10 minutes, it's moved from 9 o'clock to 9:30, or maybe 9 minutes. That's not fast enough. Not fast enough. So going back to the achievements. Key to the city. I believe we know what it's going to take for that one, and that's all the unique buildings popping up. And that's a tricky one. It's a doable one, but that's a long-term goal, not a short-term goal. Zero emission. Do away with all the nasty services that we just added in. We already tried. It didn't happen. Get rid of the incinerators? Maybe that happens. Maybe that does it. But we don't know what the exact requirements are. Is it bugged? Could be. Probably not. I just probably got the balance wrong. I think it was probably those incinerators that caught us out. The You Little Stalker, still June, still a child. Made this cartographer last mile marker. Like I said, check on that one. Not my happy place. Not worried. Top of the class. It's going to take too long. Groundskeeper, check. So we'll add two more points for that one. Squatcher Downer. But we did get another achievement while we were at it. But that's it. We're at Megalopolis. And the two maybe achievable ones still are going to take a lot longer than one suspects. Another 20k is going to take a lot longer than I suspect. In the meantime, we did break 700 million and did get another achievement. I think we're going to go ahead and call it. We have achieved all 20 milestones. We have achieved a majority of the achievements. All in all, I'd say this is a successful playthrough, a successful first run of Cities Skylines 2. It's a fun game. There's mods out there and a growing number of mods, and I'm sure this is a game that's going to be enjoyable for people for a long time coming. Now, back at the very beginning of this series, we addressed what about how the game runs. To my knowledge, it's still taking a supercomputer to kind of run it, but it'll be resolved. It'll be optimized. It'll get there. There are playable manners in which you can turn graphics down to make it run. I do have a pretty powerful machine. So, but I'm also recording at the same time. But there is that. Those two things go hand in hand. But I've got a pretty strong custom-built CPU, high-intensive graphics card, and a whole lot of RAM. So I have like 3 different hard drives. So there's a lot going on here, but there's a lot of power behind it. Thank you for tuning in to this series. Not the longest series that I've run for sure, but it's kind of the nature of the game and the nature of the build. And like I said, give it 10 more episodes and we could probably tackle those 2 achievements. But to what end? Like, what would be the purpose of going that many episodes to accomplish just those 2 particular feats? That's beyond the scope of what I was trying to do here. I was hoping to do that within the scope, but we've closed our range. We've closed our loopholes. We are in Megalopolis. We get a little time to try to wrap up any of those that required getting to that last step. And we got one of those 2 key ones that required that last step, or actually 2 out of the 3. It's just one of them's glitched with the 20 milestone itself. I'm happy with what we managed to do here. I'm definitely a big fan of, well, Colossal Order and their work. Paradox Interactive, Paradox Development Studio. The dev studio is my favorite company. Interactive is the publisher. I get it. They're not necessarily the same, but anytime they come out with something, I'm happy to bring that to you. I'm a Decathlon Gamer. Thanks for tuning in. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Be safe out there. Bye for now.